Okay, Acoustic Bliss. Let's go drinking. When these shoes were new, it was how do you do? It was whiskey and telling your tale. When my shirt was clean, I was there to be seen. I had clear eyes and my sight never failed. And all of my brothers that I've met on the way, they were drinking by night, they were drinking by day. Now restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking tonight. Whoa, take me out drinking tonight. Now bluebells and matches and stains on the table, and the sweet smell of the luscious woodbine. Well, Mr. McEwen, you will be my ruin, I said, but I don't really mind. And all of my brothers that I've met on the way, they were drinking by night, they were drinking by day. Now restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking tonight. Whoa, take me out drinking tonight. Well, they're still shining through all those stains on the table. Left is heavy and the other is light. Well, if it's left up to you, girl, I know what you'll do. You'll take me out drinking tonight. Whoa, take me out drinking tonight. And all of my brothers that I've met on the way, they were drinking by night, they were drinking by day. Now restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking tonight. Whoa, take me out drinking tonight.
I was determined to have a great start. But I I got it wrong. Oops, mic's in the wrong place. Oh well, did you enjoy that? Sorry about that. Oh, right. Do I look like I definitely feel like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards this week. Hello all. We've got people tuning in from all over the place because there's people on their hollybobs, there's people who are displaced, there's people in the top, there's people down south, there's people in the middle, there's people drinking gin, there's people who've got things propped up against wine boxes. It's amazing. So welcome one and all. Now I know that there's people on mobile signals, and they're gonna not everybody's gonna be here that normally was, but Dode's in the house, so that's good. Hello TV, hello Mike, Mary, John Ben, Stevie D, and everybody else who's watching who isn't already in the chat. And sorry we're a bit late because anyway, wait till you see what I've got for you tonight. I'm going to try not to talk too much tonight. Maybe I drink. If I even 2 pints, even 2 Guinnesses, 2 cans of Guinness, is sets me off now. So I know you enjoyed last week, and well, actually, I know you enjoy every week, but this week, what we're trying to do, because it's Scorchio here. Mark's got a red face from being out in the garden. He can't last long in the sun, and so it's really hot here. And I know I know Steve, Duncan and Janet are on a beach up north. I mean, who would think that? So we're going to start with something. We're going to give you a bit of a kickstart to start, and then I'll tell you. But tonight we're going to try and keep it sunny and bright and up and Scorchio.
Hole in my hide, yes, stitch me up with a broken pie. This dance we do is so fitting, for a stone cold bear that's got no limits. So hit me with that some kind of voodoo. So hit me, yeah, with that some kind of voodoo. Thank you. Cheers, guys. I got a woman way over town. It's good to me. Oh, yeah. I got a woman way over town. It's good to me. Oh, yeah. She give me money when I'm in need. Yeah, a friend indeed. I got a woman way over town, yeah, that's good to me. Oh, yeah, she give me loving early in the morning. It's just for me. Oh, yeah, she give me loving early in the morning, just for me. Oh, yeah. Baby, don't you understand? I love a man. No, I got a woman way over town. Yeah, that's good to me. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. She's there to love me most day and night. Never runs or fussing, never treats me right. Never running in the streets, leaving me alone. She knows a woman's place is right there in my home. I got a woman way over town, yeah, it's good to me. Oh, yeah. I got a woman way over town. It's good to me. Oh, yeah. But she a baby. Don't you understand? I love a man. No, I got a woman way over town. Yeah, that's good to me. Oh, yeah. I got a woman way over town. It's good to me. Oh, yeah. I got a woman way over town. That's good to me. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Cheers.
Yay! Takes me surprise every week. So fantastic start. Now, yeah, the chat. So that's Melissa Kelly and Smoking Crows. That's Dean and Luther. The Smoking Crows have been a variety of different combinations. I'm on a rolling chair tonight. Well, I was on last week, but anyway. So and I started with that because this time 2016, so five years ago, this week 5 years ago, it was the Turnberry golf thing. Don't know what the other word is, but it was golf, and there were golfers everywhere. And Bob, if there's something big going on in the town, he likes to put on a show, because obviously you know, people who like whatever it is, bowling or whatever, they also like music. The races are also popular in there, or they were anyway. So so we had 3 nights, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, we streamed live from the pub. So it was a special night because this was actually the Wednesday, so it wasn't technically Acoustic Bliss. And what we did is we Bob paid for different acts to come and do their stuff, and so technically, on a technicality, it wasn't technically Acoustic Bliss. It was invited acts with some bits of open mic in between. And as Tiff pointed out, I mean, obviously, if someone turns up with, you know, an electric, we'd be hard pushed to turn them away. Duffy, if he's watching, will remember we've had guy. Do you remember Lorenz, the fantastic guy? He writes electronic music and he plays a laptop. I don't think it was Duffy's favourite thing. And we did, you know, we sort of drew the line at that. But anyway, and that is Melissa. And now actually that was a guitar she was testing out. What's going on here? She was testing that. That was a Bailey electric. She was testing it out, and it was quite big for her. So she didn't go for it in the end. We sold it to somebody else. And if Deej's watching, he'll know who that was. Anyway, welcome. Nice start. So I've got all sorts of things today, and I'm going to try and keep it light. I'm going to try not to cry. And I'm really conscious that last week when I said I'm not going to cry this week, I pretty much cried almost immediately. Almost immediately after that. So we've got things in the archive, we've got new stuff, there's some interesting things that have been going on obviously over the last week. There's a couple of things I want to say, but not much, if I can. So let's go to my next place. Now we're going to play this next. I think I'm going to have to just check because I turned the order off. I'm getting clever. Oh no, turn that one. Not that clever though. Not that clever. So Deej is cruising, is he? Well, Deej, when see, that's the thing, isn't it? People are off doing things, but you know what? We still get sort of the same night. I mean, last week was a bit lower, but we still get 100 views, that usually about that, somewhere a bit before, a bit after that. By the end of the evening, because people join at different times, and I think that's all right, because we're trying to keep live music. Moira's cruising. Right, I can't look at the chat because it makes me do lally. So anyway, thank you to Melissa Kelly. So if you want to look her up, Melissa Kelly and the Smoking Crows, and actually she has been posting some new stuff recently. You need to check her out on YouTube, but also look up Levi Clay. Levi Clay is Melissa's partner, and she's been recording and doing stuff with him, and she's done some really, if you go to Levi Clay's YouTube channel, they've done some really interesting, like looks at, for example, jazz, thing, because Levi's also a trained musician, and he can transcribe music, he can write music, so go and check them if you're interested in hearing people talk about music. Go to that channel, because Levi's got some cracking stuff on there. Anyway, without much ado, we're going to play my next thing, because I think it's time. I was a bit concerned because last week some of the Toe Tappity stuff came as TV was trying to go to bed, and so I thought, let's get some Toe Tappity stuff in early. And actually, I think Ruth, I don't know if Ruth's in the house yet, but Ruth last week also had to go early. So let's get some tippity tappity. Here we go. And who would you expect, wherever you're cruising, Moira, who would you expect to be on top of the list for Dancing Shoes Tippity Tappity? Wow.
Yeah, the mic's on. Thank you very much. The last song was a song by Django Reinhardt called Nuage, which in English and Scottish, Celtic means clouds. So basically my voice gets when I get passionate, like. if you want. All night long, faking death, living in a medicine chest. I've got a letter from Romania, hotel bag, sprawled across a roll-top desk. The monkey rolled the blade on the overhead fan. Paint the donkey blue if you can. I got a telephone call from Istanbul. My baby's coming home today. Oh, won't you sell me one of those? I'll shave my head. Give me the heebie for fine bald said. Never trust a man in a blue trench coat. Never drive a car when you're dead. Take me back to the Trois Dogs bar. I've got to shoot a hole in the day. I got a telephone call from Istanbul. My baby's coming home. Sell me one of those, I'll shave my head. Get me out of here before Firebolt said. Never trust a man in a blue trench coat. Never drive a car when you're dead. Take me back to the Trois Dogs bar. I've got to shoot a hole in the day. I got a telephone call from Istanbul. My baby's coming home today. baby's coming home today. What's up? Yeah. Hello.
Oh, it needs to be a bit higher.
Have we got the fiddle working?
I'll just swap it. Yes, I want to do it a wee shuffle kind of thing.
Just one more.
So once
So this is White Rabbit from Jefferson Airplane to the tune of We're Busy Doing Nothing. La 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 la. One pill makes you larger, one pill makes you small. The ones mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall. If you go chasing rabbits, you know you're going to fall. Tell him a hookah-smoking caterpillar has given you the call. Call Alice when she was just small. When they're when on the chessboard, get up and tell you where to go. You've had some kind of mushroom and your mind is moving low. La 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 la. When logic and proportion have fallen sloppy dead, and the Red Queen's off with her head, remember what the Dormouse said. Feed your head, feed your head. La 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 la. One pill makes you larger, one pill makes you small. The ones mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall. If you go chasing rabbits, you know you're going to fall. La 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 la.
So that's White Rabbit doing nothing. So White Rabbit, and I'm busy doing nothing. Fantastic. Pauline Valence, you can't beat her. Well, see, Tony mentioned he was demanding her. He was stamping his feet, demanding her earlier, so I thought I'd stick him on. And before that, obviously, the inimitable Mr. Duffy with Ian Newlands on his lovely wee guitar with a hole in it. And fiddle player. Now, some of you may recognise him. If Ruth was here, she would know exactly who that was, and she would tell you that was James from South Africa. And he was, if you remember, we played a couple last year of bits of the Jenny and the Jameses set, and James is one of the Jameses from Jenny and the James, which you might remember. And if Ruth was here, she'd tell you that they were from a band from South Africa. And I've actually decided, because I don't know if you've seen what's kicked off this week in South Africa, it's all quite disturbing and upsetting, and so I thought we might play a few things tonight from some nice things that relating to South Africa. And I'm going to send some messages in a minute anyway. But anyway, so that's James, and you might remember the story. He arrived the week of the golf, but he didn't go to the golf much. He came to the pub most nights and jammed, because he brought his fiddle with him, and he loved it. And then they came back, and they went to Jenny and the James went to the Edinburgh Festival, and they played for us on their way back. Awesome. And they should have come last year. Damn. But hopefully we'll get them back. So again, if you're new to Acoustic Bliss, we're an open mic, and we try and make a space for anybody and everybody to come and play. And we get people from all over the world dropping by, sometimes by arrangement, sometimes not. But the aim of what we've been doing over the last year is just to remind people that there are some cracking musicians. So look them up, Jenny and the Jameses, and they're on Facebook. They've probably got a website as well. Again, if Ruth was here, she'd know exactly. Because I'm not Ruth. I can't. My fingers and my brain capacity is poorer. Look them up. So. Fine, right. Of course, I was all busy with that, and I didn't line it up. What we were going to have next? What am I going to do then? So, yeah, so that was the absolutely fabulous. That was fabulous, wasn't it? The fabulous Ujima Flip. Pauline Valence, that's what I'm telling you. Right, let's see what we've got in this this thing here. Let's see what we can find. Actually, I know what we will do. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this, right? So my next performer is extremely popular at Bliss. Extremely popular. The next performer has the voice that would it's just amazing, and we all love a good singer, don't we? And the interesting thing is that unlike some of us, the ability to sing does not vary with the quantity of alcohol. Anyway, so this is the next performer, and I'm sending love, sanitised hugs and many kisses to this next performer and his partner, because they're on their hollybobs as well.
Howdy folks, welcome back to the Lockdown Lounge with me and Mooney. Here's a song from Oasis called Half the World Away. To leave this city, this old town don't smell too pretty, and I can see the warning signs running around my mind. And if I should leave this island, I book myself into a soul asylum, and I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. Scratching around in the same old hole. My body feels young, but my mind is very old. So what do you say? You can't give me the dreams that are mine anyway. Half the world away. Half the world away. Half the world away. I've been lost, I've been found, and I don't feel down. And if I should leave this planet, you know I'd stay, but I just can't stand it, and I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. If I should leave the spirit, I'll find me a hole and I'll live in it, and I can see the warning signs running around my mind. So here I go, I'm still scratching around in the same old hole. My body feels young, but my mind is very old. Say you can't give me the dreams that are mine anyway. Half the world away. Half the world away. Half the world away. I've been lost, I've been found, and I don't feel down. No, I don't feel down. No, I don't feel down. Cheers, folks. Stay safe.
Okay, That was the incredible Mike Mabbott. And Mike, I knew you weren't actually on your hollybobs, but I didn't want to give away personal and confidential information, but you've said it in the thing. So I know you've had a little up on your eye, and I hope you're all right. But as for many people, Mike was saying in his email that he sent me with that beautiful film on, that it's the first time they've left air for 18 months in Mary. So it's, it's like, yeah, fantastic. And Brian Power's in the house. Oh, Brian, did you leave me a message earlier? Let's have a look. Ooh, what's this here? Let's see. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, I don't know. Maybe nobody's there. Maybe he hasn't left a message. Anyway, Brian's in the house. Hello. So we've also got John Gibbons. We've got all the Johns. John Ben wished the bunny of Pauline Valance on himself because he's on carrot cake and gin. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, sorry, Mike. Well, I was trying to be sensitive. No, I didn't mention any kind of surgery, because you know what the chat's like. There would have been all, especially with all that talk about your pants earlier. I thought they'll. Anyway, so let's move on. That was lovely. Thank you very much. And cracking song. I love I like that somebody does a really good version of the original. I think like Dode's saying that that was a really good version of the original. Dode's saying that was the best song that they did. Right, Brian was too busy to sneak a message. Honestly, Brian, we're determined to get you sacked. So, our theme, sunny, happy. Can you see that I'm up? I'm trying to feel upbeat. I'm trying to be positive. So, we're doing little flavours of nice loveliness, right? And actually, oh, Dusty, hello, Dusty. You cruising as well, Dusty? We're out cruising. They cruise and then they stop at the pubs. What a fantastic thing to do. I did it. I went on a hen weekend a long time ago on a narrow boat, and that's literally all we did, was cruise from pub to pub and drink at the boat weight in a variety of different drinks. Couldn't do it now. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Right, well, what am I going to do next? Honestly, I'm so spoilt for choice. I thought it would sort of roll naturally, and it kind of, I mean, maybe it will roll naturally a bit, but and I've had to choose some things. Right, well, as I'm actually talking, right, I think what I might do is play this little thing next. Sorry, see, I can't. You can't let me drift off. Do not let me drift off like that. It's a shame the chat isn't actually, voices, and then you could shout at me. So, I tell you what I'm going to do next. I'm not going to do that because I'm hoping that Ruth might join us in a bit. I don't know if she told me that she wasn't going to be here tonight, so I'll play that later. Right, I know what we're going to do. Don't give me any nonsense. This is what we're going to do. I found it. So, keeping with the theme of people in the chat playing, my next performers are people that you in the chat will know from the chat. You presumably know what they look like as well, and they're also people that we're going to send love to because this last year they have spent a considerable amount of time apart, and we want Ruth. Yes, we want Ruth TV. And when Ruth does come in the chat today, and if she doesn't, I will show her all the comments. Because I don't know if you know this, folks, but every comment that you make comes as an email to my inbox, right? So when the next morning, I have hundreds of emails. So each comment that everybody makes, so all those We Want Ruths will come as individual emails to my inbox, Tony. Okay, the Ruth, right. So now I found this. Oh, I forgot to tell you right at the beginning. So because you know this thing about frame rates, 30 frames per second, or 25 from 2007, from 2016 back. We were using 25 frames per second, and we didn't know. So this week, almost all the videos, apart from the little ones I've been sent, almost all of them are from 2014, 15 or 16. But because this is the week that Turnberry was on and we had 3 whole days of streaming, some cracking stuff. So I've mostly, what we're doing tonight is revisiting that week, because I know I didn't do a lot of it last year. And actually it's really strange, because as we've lapped ourselves, we're now going round the archive again. I'm trying really hard not to play the stuff that I've played last year. Anyway, I don't care if I've played this before, because I love this little set and I love these people too, as you will. Here we go.
Ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. Don't care how much money I gotta spend, I gotta get back to my baby again. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby just wrote me a letter.
But she wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more. Listen, mister, can't you see I gotta get back to my baby once more?
Anyway, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby just wrote me a letter.
Well, she wrote me a letter saying she couldn't live without me no more.
Listen, mister, can't you see I gotta get back to my baby once more? Anyway, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. My baby just wrote me a letter. My baby just wrote me a letter. Woo! I hope you were singing along to that one.
Oh, there were quite a few people singing along to that one.
Okay, hopefully you'll know this one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You've been fantastic.
No, you were fantastic. Thank you very much. I can't establish whether George is actually watching. Everybody's ignoring my pitiful cries. Is George in the house? We've established that Ruth isn't here. Damn. So there'll be no up-to-date and proper, accurate information because the rest of us are like, well, who wasn't that somebody? But anyway, I need to know if George is in the house. But anyway, George, if you're not and you're watching on catch up, there's a bit where your top note is just the gravelly loveliness of it. Grand. And yeah, it's actually, I do love a good acoustic version because it's quite a trial actually trying to make acoustic versions of big songs sound good. Because it's not. Everybody, especially if they're well known, everybody's got a vision, haven't they, of what they hear, what the song. So to do a version of something that's normally big, and do you know, I just had a flash then of Elton John and Roger Daltrey. Just that bit of Pinball Wizard there. Fantastic! What a film. And I went to see I might have said this before, but me and Mark somebody gave us tickets to go to the Who, and they were pensioners, and so Roger Daltrey didn't have his amazing hair. Still swing a mic though. So anyway, he's not in the house yet. Damn. Oh well, maybe. I know, anyway. Sometimes he does get embarrassed, doesn't he, if I point things out about his loveliness. So he can watch it on catch up. George, awesome. Thank you, Tiff. I mean, I wasn't. So you have to be careful. I'm not saying that Tiff wasn't good. I was just anyway, brilliant. And what your voices together, and it must be amazing to have two people that can play guitar. That you can practice together because I'm a bit of a letdown on that score for Mark. Not much more than a couple of chord strummer. Anyway, Helen McLaughlin, hello. So where are we going next? Well, we're going back to where we were a little bit earlier, and I couldn't find this bit, but we're keeping it up, we're keeping it light, we're keeping it summery, and this is, this is because I told you all about him earlier, but we're just gonna have a little bit of him whilst I get my house in order.
No, hello. Wow. Hello everyone. We're gonna play some reels for you. And let's just start. And if you don't have a pint, get one. Thank you. One more. All right. We're going to do We're going to do a little American tune. First one called Waiting for the Federals, and then the second one is called, and I'm not even joking, Shove the Pig's Foot Closer into the Fire. And it's in G major for those of you taking notes. Goodbye.
That was James then. James with his amazing fiddle, and you can see he felt so happy. He felt like he was saying he felt like he'd come home really, because where he stays in South Africa there weren't so many people playing traditional Scottish music. And Bill Allison in the chat said about the Shetland fiddle beats everything, and yeah, it's tippity tap music for sure. Makes you happy, makes your soul sing, and and so if you want to see more amazing fiddle and sort of a kind of a modern twist on traditional stuff, check out Jenny and the Jameses, because they are absolutely brilliant musicians. 2 Jameses and a Jenny, and they play multiple instruments between them. I've gone all embarrassed. But they play a whole variety of things between them, and they are amazing. So anyway, I'm all excited because there's so many things. Duffy's in the house. He didn't get his reminder. I did. There is something that I had a list of things. I looked up some to see what I forgot to look up international days. It was, I don't know if you remember last week, it was International Kebab Day. But something I did, I was looking at things that had happened, and interestingly, you mentioned the Shetlands. That I didn't know this, but on this day I think it was 100 years ago. It was in the 18. Maybe more than 100 years ago. It was a while ago anyway. But on this day, there was a freak storm, and there was tomorrow, the 16th of July, at least 100 years ago, possibly 2. There were 31 boats lost at sea, Shetland boats, fishing boats, lost in one thing, and 105 sailors died. So a freak storm in July, and it's easy to think that all the freak weather is a new thing, but there's been a lot of freak weather over the years, but that must have been absolutely devastating, because that must have been a huge number of the young men and the older men from the Shetlands. So I didn't get a chance to actually look it up in more detail, but that was Bill brought up the Shetlands, so I thought I'd say that. I've got all sorts of little bits and bobs of facts for you today, interesting things, but mostly try not to chat, lots of music. Now, Duffy's in the house, so Duffy, we're doing this is summer. You missed the bit with me, me saying that this is kind of things that keep us up and happy and reminders of summer. You're getting lots of warm and furries in the chat from people liking you're playing. So this is going to be a double treat. This is going to be a massive treat for everybody. I have played it once or twice before, but this is me being self-indulgent, because when I think of July, and when I think of July some years ago, this comes to mind. When I think of all things warm, when I think of good food, fantastic wine, and some of the best music you could wish to hear. Here we go. See if I can enjoy. Now, that was John Duffy. Now, I did not realise, I knew it in my head because I knew the tune, did not realise that was one of John Gibbons' tunes. Gates of Paradise, of course it is. Of course it is. Now, TV 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If there were CDs that you wanted to get your little grubby mitts on, Duffy Gibbons. I can't recommend that highly enough either. But anyway, so that was John Duffy putting music to a film that was made by students. In fact, I think specifically Iona Macmillan. I think I'm right. I think Iona made that at a summer school, and I know I've played it before because I know I've said that I absolutely believed that we were going to do that every summer. Look at that place. That was Terra Vecchia, and which is in southern Italy. It's south of it's south of Naples. It's near to Salerno. I think it's even south of Salerno, and Gifoni is the nearest town, and they have a film festival there. It's a really it's a beautiful part of Italy, and Terra Vecchia was an old in fact, it was an old town before. I mean, even the Romans invaded Terra Vecchia apparently, and it was there's a fort up on the hill where they fought the Romans. I mean, it's mad, brilliant, beautiful place. And we hoped that we'd be there every year because it was something superbly special. Lots of different workshops, but hey, never say never. Unfortunately, it was organised by Martin, and some of you may remember Enrico, but Martin Money, whose son was here and played the kalimba. That was Oscar William, Martin Money. Anyway, fantastic. So that reminds me of summer because it's actually interesting because it wasn't as hot when we were there. It was a bit more like a summer here because it was actually quite humid and it rained, and they were kind of shocked because we could see you could see Vesuvius pretty much. We're really in the south. Anyway, awesome, and that reminds me of summer, and I long to be back there under the stars. And the last thing is the other thing that brought it up for me was the fact that when we were there, Italy won the World Cup, and I can't stand football. I can't stand all the things that it brings, all the nonsense around it. I really can't stand it, but I do enjoy the pleasure that people have when they're happy, and I will never forget watching people rocking the town fountain as it it was an amazing thing to be in. So anyway, thank you Duffy, thank you John Gibbons. I need to add something onto that video then. Anyway, what a lovely thing. I mean, it's only 10 to 10, and we're having a ball, I think. Absolutely, yeah, Mike, cracker. And you did notice that John looked a little bit younger. Young Mark Bailey in there as well. Young me. And we were building guitars, and I'm just trying to think what I was going to say. That I believe was that 2006? I think it was 2006. For goodness sakes. Anyway, awesome. So many things. I should write a book about that experience because it was something else. Right. So. Just to remind you, it's been said in the chat that before that we had Duffy playing, and that was Duffy playing there with his Bailey bouzouki, and the Cafe Orchestra is Duffy's band, and that's got Ian Newlands and Karen and Martin Henderson in them. Fantastic band, and they've been recording a new album, and that's to be released soon, so keep an eye out for that. If John can remember where you can buy it, but you can check them out. Cafe Orchestra, John Duffy's on Facebook, etc. And there'll be CDs as well as digital things if you don't want the digital thing. Now, perhaps we should do this next, because talking of new releases, something happened today. I got an email, and excited. So I'm gonna play this next, and you'll like it. It's informative as well as enjoyable.
I wake from a sleep, I don't feel you here beside me, the bed is cold. I scratch at the scars where these wounds haven't healed. Inside me they just won't go. And though you're gone, each other in another life. Give it time, we'll be guided by the little bright, little white light. I dream in my sleep, a projector slides out of focus, but I hope 'cause there's light. I can see you staring up at the stars in their fine white pepper storms. Though you're good, we will see each other in another life. Give it time, we'll be guided by the little bright, little white light. Heaven was too kind to us, too soon it takes it all away. Emptiness erodes my faith, but I'll be optimistic in this world so cold and twisted. You were all I ever wanted, all I ever needed. All I gotta do is say, when I wake from sleep, I believe you're here beside me as I grow old. I scratch at the ceiling one fine evening, finally break through to you, singing, though you're good, we will see each other in another life. Give it time, we'll be guided by the little bright, little white light. Though you're good, we will see each other in another life. It is time to be guided by the little bright, little white light.
Now, some of you, if you don't know as well, you might think, well, you're off. You know, Sam has been. We've played a few things with Sam over the last year. He is a wonderful musician. He's a really talented multi-instrumentalist, and his songwriting, I think, is breathtaking. And I wish him all the well with this new release, because as you can see from some of the things I put in that slideshow, he has a vision of how he wants the song to be performed or written. And please, if you haven't checked out his website, he's updated it recently. It looks beautiful, and some of his really clever videos, he involves other creators in making videos, and he doesn't just they're not just videos, you know, they're actually works of art. They're little works of art, and he involves other artists in those, so they are definitely worth checking out. And of course, we're trying to encourage people to support artists, aren't we? So if you like it, excuse me, if you like his stuff, you can find his single on Bandcamp, and you can buy that there. You can buy, I think it's £1 minimum, and then you can add a donation if you want. You can still buy obviously his album digitally, and I would imagine he still has some CD copies as well, so contact him. He's really lovely, and I mean, I would say that even if you didn't play a Bailey, I really would, because he is awesome. But he has a custom Bailey, and that's how we met him. And you'll probably see as well, he commissioned a custom uke to match. It's a mini me to match his custom Bailey. Beautiful. So congratulations, Sam. And now I didn't ask him, because it's the first day of release, I didn't ask him for a copy of it to go with that video of photos, but so that was Little White Lights, and that was off the first album, Fire in the Icicle, which never gets tired. So check that out. Okay, so Hey, I'm loving tonight. Honestly, we're keeping it light. Except, I think I'm gonna do this now because it's early and it's not late, and it's better done now. So I mentioned earlier on that James was from South Africa, and obviously there's been quite a lot of turbulence going on. Not my place to comment on it, except that, and the reason I'm mentioning it is that I saw a post this week from the really lovely Miriam, who I played a couple of weeks ago, Miriam Erasmus, who is a folk singer. You know, she was big on the folk scene when folk was the hippest thing around, and she made South Africa her home a long time ago. She's lived there for many years. She married a South African, and I believe, and she's at the heart of the community that she has there. She's done collaborations with all sorts of people. But anyway, I saw a post from her this week, and she could hear some of the trouble that was going on. She could hear gunshots, and so I wanted to say that tonight, that because I think if you think of people and you think of them out loud, and the more people that send thoughts, the better it is for the person. I do believe that. So we should all send Miriam some thoughts and her family, because they felt very unsafe, and she put a post up saying that she was really quite scared, and but I loved it because she said, so what do? You put on a sparkly top and you stick a brave face on, and she looked absolutely gorgeous, but you could see that it was scary. So, and it just made me think that we've all been through lots of scary stuff this last year, at various different points. It's still scary in places, but we still have hope, and there's still us, and there's still a summer, and we still have each other. So I want to send love to Mim, and I thought, well, if you're new and you haven't seen before, I want to play these because she absolutely loves she loves where she stays, she loves where she lives, and she like I say, has made it at home. So I'm just going to play this nice bit, and you'll enjoy. Oh no, you won't, unless I put it up here. Here we go.
I have to sing an African song. Last time I was here, you sang this with me so beautifully. It's called Over Africa. And those of you who have seen it before, I sing Over Africa, and then you copy me. Over Africa. Or you can do a harmony. Over Africa. Or over Africa. Over Africa, over Africa, over Africa. Thank you. I want to thank Carol and Mark for inviting me to be here again. There's something rather special about this place on a Thursday night. Thank you. So here we go, Over Africa. I sing Over Africa, you copy me. Can we just have a go? Over Africa. Yes! Okay, here we go. There's nothing quite as lonesome as the sun going down over Africa. Flying in a piper with the sun going down over Africa. Slowly, oh so slowly, see it sinking. A ball of fire in the cool breeze slowly, oh so slowly, see it fading, leaving the cool grey sky, see it fading, see the stars gently coming out over Africa. High in the heavens, the stars coming out over Africa. Slowly, oh so slowly, they start shining. Far away in infinity, see them shining. There's nothing quite as lonesome as the sun going down over Africa. Flying in a piper with the sun going down over Africa. Oh, the Umgeni. Okay. All right. Tina, can you open my guitar case and get my little pink thing out? Okay, I've had a request, but before I do that, I'm going to sing a song. This song's called Umgeni. Do you remember this one? There's a pink bag in there, darling. That's it, in your hand. Thank you. For those of you who are uninitiated into the folklore of African dance, you have to ululate. You what, love? Ululate. It's the sound the Zulu ladies used to make before the soldiers went into battle. So the sound is a very loud, very high ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Give it a go. And every other line goes Umgeni. Tina can't dance very well tonight, but these people here and these people here are going to get up and stamp their feet for you. And in between ululating, and the chorus goes Umgeni River, Umgeni, Umgeni River, Umgeni. We got that? Oh, do you want to play the drums? Oh, yes, come on. And those of you who have got rings on, if you can just tap them against your glasses then and get some accompaniment going, or tap your feet and don't forget to go every so often. Okay, thank you. Woo! Sitting on the banks of the river Umgeni, Umgeni. Pleasures a few and the troubles are many. Umgeni, Umgeni River. Umgeni, Umgeni River. Umgeni, that Umgeni river just keeps on flowing. Sing, Umgeni, yay! Umgeni river, Umgeni, Umgeni river, Umgeni, Umgeni flows to the Indian Ocean. Umgeni merges with the tide in eternal motion. Sing, Umgeni river, Umgeni, Umgeni river, Umgeni. Sing, yeah! And I'm feeling trouble, I sit here all day. Say, Umgeni, river helps wash my troubles away. Say, Umgeni.
Oh, I don't know why that finished. That took me by surprise because Moira was just telling everybody that she's fell off a boat. Well, I'm sorry about that. I didn't realise that shouldn't have finished there. Obviously, bad editing on my part. But anyway, so if you'd caught me at the end of the first song, the Africa, I was in bits actually. But that last song cheered me up. And so that's Miriam Erasmus Backhouse. Look her up. She has toured all over the place, played at all the major festivals before she left England to go and live in South Africa. And she's some woman, because that was 2019, and she was in her early 70s then, and I find her super inspiring because I hope that when I'm in my 70s, I still have as much energy and as much charisma. It's hard to, well, I don't think I've even got that much now. Certainly I haven't got that much energy. You might notice that there were flowers. There were, we had they were real sunflowers, and Mark, the very first time Mim came to play, and people call her Auntie Mim, right? So anyway, the first time she came to play, she's a friend of Tina's. Tina, if you're watching, hello. And it was Tina that brought her along, which I'm so pleased about. And what am I saying? Oh yeah, so when she played the first time, Mark said he felt like he could smell flowers. It was, so she radiated all this loveliness. He felt like he could smell flowers. So when she came back, we everybody in the audience had flowers, and it's a longer set. It's from July 27th of July 2019, and we all waved our flowers at her, and but so I don't know if she is watching. I doubt she's watching at the moment. But Miriam was sending you, all of us. We were singing along at home, and we're sending you all of our love and our thoughts and our best wishes. I know we have, none of us have any control over what's going on, but we just hope that you're safe. And I did see today that some of the communities are fighting back and forming groups to protect their properties and protect each other, which is really heartwarming. I like to see that. So hopefully you're in a place where your community's doing that. So we're sending you all the best. And what a lovely music. So from South Africa, we're going to come back to Scotland. I actually thought I'd forgotten how uplifting that last song is. Actually, I thought I might be booing I've forgotten when I said earlier I wasn't going to cry. Didn't do it on camera though, did I? So my next song, right, this is the winner for the all-time happy song. It's definitely Summer. I've played it a couple of times. I've played it more than once, but I just don't care. This is The Sound of Summer. And it lifted me up so much last year every time, and I just want to say it will keep lifting me up. So enjoy.
Time chase the clouds away. Just you and me. We hear the bumblebees under the apple tree, where we dance carefree. Just you and me. Just you and me. Just you and me. Just you and me. Just you and me.
The Bee's Knees. That's The Bee's Knees. Absolutely love that song. As you can see, that was one of the first videos that I saw that was made after lockdown, beginning of lockdown, and it was at the beginning of the spring last year. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's one of them proper tippity tappity, but also makes me happy every time I hear it. Lots of happy smile, and that's what the O'Neills, that's what Katie Cross is. Very positive and happy. And I know I said a couple of weeks ago that Peter wasn't very well, and the good news is that he's actually home now. He's come out of hospital this week. He's done an amazing turnaround. He was literally at death's door. He was very lucky to survive. He's had a major operation, but he's home, and his family, you know, they're just an amazing group of people. And he put on a post, I saw that whilst he was in hospital, there were 3 businesses were kept going by the rest of them, and obviously they missed him greatly. But anyway, so I mean, I don't know if they're watching, but Peter and Lee and Katie and Ross and all of the O'Neills, well done. I bet you're all glad to have him home, and thank you for all the music that you give us much happiness with. Mandy says she loves Katie. I noticed that she'd put a post on this week about that she's up for, you know, you can vote for her for the country awards. So if you like Katie Cross and you like what they do and what they stand for, because they're really, you know, they're really good sound people, then go and check out her Facebook page, because on there she'll tell you Katie Cross Media or Katie Cross Music, or Katie Cross, and that's KTEEK Cross. Check out how to vote for them in the Country Music Awards, because obviously, and they've done a lot. I mean, you might remember they've done a couple of drive-ins. In fact, they might have done 3 or 4 over lockdown. Awesome people, absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, Peter Pollock. Peter, wherever you are, right? Yeah, he did love Katie Cross, and rightly so. He liked country. And right, listen, actually there's a link because Peter actually he sent me a DVD, right? He sent me several DVDs, but one of them was of Linda Ronstadt, right? And I'd kind of forgotten about Linda Ronstadt, right? You know, until this DVD plopped on my doorstep. Thank you very much, as I said to Peter then. And do you know what? It was her birthday today. She was born some years ago. Not telling you when, but it was quite a while ago. And I loved the DVD, and I think I sent it to Sandy McFadgen, who said that Linda Ronstadt was one of his all-time favourites. So we all got a lot of pleasure out of that. Now I've got to tell you, I thought I'll look at what happens on 15th of July, and when I googled, up came famous people's birthdays. I thought, oh, brilliant. So I clicked on it, and I scrolled 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 some more, and then I scrolled some more, and I didn't recognise any of them. Does that mean I'm old? I mean, I actually thought I'd been sent to an alternate universe until Forrest Whitaker appeared. Recognise Forrest Whitaker, brilliant actor. Love every film I've seen him in. So I thought, well, I'm not mad then. No comments, thank you, in the cheeky chat. And then a little bit further down, the woman from the Huffington Post. I've heard of the Huffington Post, but she's somebody Huffington. So I've heard of them too. But the rest, I'm not kidding. I didn't know any of them. I mean, it's not that I didn't even know. I didn't recognise their faces or their names one bit. Oh dear. Anyway, tell a lie. Oh no. Then I went. Then I went on another website because I thought, I can't have this, and I found one which obviously was aimed at different target audience. It was also Ian Curtis's birthday today. Well, would have been. So and he obviously Joy Division, etc. My life was inextricably linked with that band when I was a student. And the other birthday today was Emmeline Pankhurst. You know, her of the suffragettes. And I used to go drinking with one of her, I think it might be her great niece or her great granddaughter or something like that. She was a Pankhurst anyway, and she was fantastic. And there's no likelihood of her watching, but if you are, you know who you are, and I loved going out drinking with you. She was so much fun. Anyway, on that score, thankfully tonight is stuff full of some absolutely cracking women, right? Cracking women. We've got some brilliant women, never enough for my liking, but we've had Tiff, we've had Mim, we've had a bit of Mel, we've had who else did we have earlier? I was on a roll then. Tiff, Mim, Katie Cross, you know, we've had a few, but so my next little set, oh my god, suddenly it's 10:20. My next little set is from an all-female group. Now, unfortunately, we had some issues with the sound this week. 5 years ago in the golf week, we had, not least because there was a lot of equipment, and we had too many foldback monitors, and also we discovered sometime after this that the little speakers in the pub on the wall were usually on when we were playing, so we were getting terrible feedback. Anyway, I've tried to choose a bit where there isn't, you know, so you can hear them, and if you think they look a bit like what's going on with the faces, don't worry, it's just that they can probably either not hear themselves properly or they can hear noises that you can't hear. But listen, this group, love them. Emmeline Pankhurst would have loved these, I tell you that for nothing.
I'm going to do a wee song by Goldfrat now. It's called Annabelle.
Kate Venom featured on vocals. Can I have my vocal turned up just a wee bit? Because I'm going to sing lead on the next one. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think they. Yeah, it could be just a wee bit more. Because we're getting backing vocal. I'm lead and they're backing. Oh, sorry. No, it's Emma. Emma's doing. It's Emma's lead.
Oh, thanks. Oh, no,
I'm going to move on to the verve now. Lovely Emma's going to sing for
Sorry,
you.
it's actually Emma who's doing that. Sorry, it was the wrong one. Huh? What? You're not playing guitar? Really? No, actually, we need you. On guitar.
Okay. My friend and me, looking through her red box of memories, eyes open wide, looking at the heavens with a tear in my eye. Yeah, there's love if you want it, don't sound like no sonnet, my lord. Yeah, there's love if you want it, don't sound like no sonnet, my lord, my Why can't you see that nature has its way of wanting me? Eyes open wide, looking at the heavens with a tear in my eye. Yeah, there's love if you want it, don't sound like no sonnet, my lord. Yeah, there's love if you want it, don't sound like no sonnet, my lord, my lord. Sinking fast within the boat without a heart, dreaming about the day when I'll see you there by my side. Oh, here we go again, my friend, it's gone, my lord. I stopped to say hello, 'cause I think you should know by now, 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 by now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Chez BC. After being closed for extensive refurbishment, we're reopening tonight with none other than James Bissett. Hello, good evening. My name is James Bissett. You cry, "Is it?" And I say, no, it's Bissett. Tonight, we're featuring the BC Orchestra. So I'm just going to settle into a wee groove with them first, and then once we're all smoothly grooving, we'll groove. It's in F, people. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Sometimes feel I'd rather just squeeze blood from a stone. So much thrown it must be wired right down through the bone. Say you will, say you will, and we'd be better still. Every time we get somewhere, you harden your heart. Does it take a lintel smeared with blood before you start? Say you will, say you will, and we'd be better still. On solo. Say you will, 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 say you will. We could be better still. Better still. Say you will. We'll try it your way. We'll try it your way. Now try it my way. Now try it my way. Thank you. My name's been James Bissett. You cry, is it? And I say, yes. Why, yes, it is. Thank you.
Oh, now, forever now, every time we hear James Bissett say, Bissett, is it? I'm going to think about Ruth. Ruth at work and her computer system. Anyway, James. Jimbo. That was cracking. I love... See, the thing I miss about Acoustic Bliss, in fact, there was a few things when I was looking for stuff today, like earlier on, there was a bit where James, the fiddle player, introduces himself. Oh, I never mentioned that was Richard playing the drums, Titch on the drums. I forgot to introduce him. So when James was playing earlier with Steve and Titch playing the drums, he's got a little snare set. James introduced himself because they'd never met before, and that was just a jam. And it's things like that I miss very much. Hopefully it's not going to be too long, but you see, I watch the videos every week, and I can't see at the moment, you know, the proximity, the fact that I sweat like a hippo the whole time. I mean, it's not sanitary, is it? I don't know what we're going to do, but anyway, let's not worry about that. We're keeping it up. It's sunny, and that was a beautiful thing, absolutely beautiful. Smoothie, groovy, exactly. Thank you very much, James Bissett. So I'm trying not to speak too much, so I'm going to shut up. I'm going to play this next thing. Now, the reason I've chosen this, apart from this next act's beautiful... oh, right, sorry. Forgot to talk also about the Ephemeras. So the all-female group before, which I played after mentioning Emmeline Pankhurst, Amy Penman, who you've seen, Laura Hislop, who you've seen play separately and together, Emma Durkin on the harp. She Amy is a vocal. She's now, you know, she was a qualified musician when she got a degree, but she's now trained as a vocal coach, and she's really interested in voices, and she runs a choir. She's the choir leader for a choir in Ayr. Laura Hislop, she sings back in with Melissa Kelly and Smoking Crows, and she does all, you know, she plays many instruments, and if you'll remember, it was her family Thanksgiving, cup of coffee. That's Laura Hislop playing a little Bailey uke. Emma Durkin on the harp. She is also fiddle player, and she teaches. And somewhere, if you can find it, at the very beginning of lockdown, her students on Arran made a video playing harp, her harp students. It's brilliant. That made me weep with joy. So if you can find it somewhere, it's Arran. I don't know where it'll be. It'll be somewhere on Facebook, or maybe on YouTube. I tried to get it, but the video didn't belong to her, so she would have had to ask permission, so she couldn't. But it's brilliant. All the young players that she's been teaching. There's a lot of new young harpists there. I think that's what they're called. And then over far, you'll see Chloe Marie Simpson on guitar, and that whole set, unfortunately, we were absolutely dogged by sound problems, and it's appalling. I'm really sorry, because we had a lot of problems, but they had a lot of gear and a lot of instruments, and Acoustic Bliss is not always, I mean, we try our best, but you know, no sound checks, just plug and play. It's not easy with a band, but there were some cracking highlights in all of that, and there's a couple of songs that have been ruined completely by feedback and stuff. But if you check out, this is I think it's the 13th of June 2016, July 13th of July was the first night of the Open, and honestly, cracking set. So loving that. So they individually all, you know, they were all well known in the Shire as very skilled and talented musicians, and they came together and formed this band called the Ephemeras. The problem they had was that they were too good. No, the problem was that it was just a lot. It was a lot. I mean, it's quite hard for a band to make a living when there's 5 of you. Is there 5 or 4 of them? When there's a lot of you anyway, it's quite hard to get paid, and also you know it's a lot of logistical thingamies. And but what I loved, I saw them play at Elliot's one night, is that because they're accomplished in their own right, each one of them, they would sort of play. They would take it in turns to lead, and then the others would support them. So it was, you know, really eclectic, an amazing mix of music. It was fantastic live. Anyway, I don't think they're together now. I mean, obviously they couldn't be because of the thing, and that was a good few years ago. But they're all still going musically, and yeah, a bit of girl power there. In fact, tonight we've had a lot of fantastic women. This is my summer choice. So anyway, moving on from women. This isn't a female singer. This voice. But it's not just the voice. There's a bit in here. I don't know whether it's at the beginning or in the middle, but there's a bit where our next player laughs. And I just... I love the laugh. It's keeping it sunny, keeping it happy. Here we go. Enjoy.
Well, there is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and now I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sold my new blue dream. My father was a gambling man way down in New Orleans. The only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. The only time he's satisfied is when he's on the drum. So mothers, tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. I got one foot on the platform and the other on the train. I'm heading back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. Well, there is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. And God, I know I am one. Yeah. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. Try it. I'm trying to think.
got one that's basically the same chord progressions. Once you pick it up, you can play it. Hey, let's give this a try. I usually fail at it, but let's see if I don't fail tonight. Wait a minute, if I can remember the chords. There we go. Raise my weary head, got an old cold for a pillow, and the earth was last night's bed. I don't know where I'm going, only God knows where I've been. I'm a devil on the run, I'm a six-gun lover, a candle in the wind. When you're brought into this world, well, they say you're born in sin. Well, at least they gave me something I didn't have to steal, I have to win. They tell me that I want it, and I'm a wanted man. I'm a devil on the watch, gotta catch me if you can. Going out in a blaze of glory, take me now, you know the truth. I'm going out in a blaze of glory. Lord, I never drew first, but I drew first blood. I'm no one's son, call me young God. You ask about my conscience, and I offer you my soul. You ask if I grow to be a wise man, and I ask if I grow old. You ask me if I've known love, and what it's like to sing songs in the rain. Well, I've seen love come, I've seen it crash down, I've seen it die in vain. Going out in a blaze of glory, take me now, you know the truth. I'm going out in a blaze of glory. Lord, I never drew first, but I drew first blood. I'm no one's son, call me young God. Each night I go to bed, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. Now I ain't looking for forgiveness before I'm 6 feet deep. Lord, I gotta ask a favor, and I hope you understand, 'cause I live life to the fullest. Let this boy die like a man, staring down the bullet. I'll make my final stand. Going out in a blaze of glory, take me now, you know the truth. I'm going out in a blaze of glory. Lord, I never drew first, but I drew first blood. I'm no one's son, call Yeah, thank you very much. Okay. The last song tonight is going to be the way I...
Right. Sorry, that must have been a different clip because he laughed. He laughed on the clip, one of the clips I saw, and it was beautiful. It made me happy. Just his laugh made me happy. I wrote it down. Just his laugh made me happy. But anyway, that is Fantastic Faz. And apart from being a Boroughfield's Bliss baby, he, like lots of our musicians, went on to run nights of his own. He also did quizzes, quite innovative quizzes and other things, organised gigs, blah, blah, blah. Lovely guy. Just passed his driving test. Thank you to the Turners. Now, unfortunately, Moira and Dusty's gone. So if you're watching again, Moira, I think we said that well done Faz for passing, but it was in large part thanks to the Turners helping him with practising. So, oh my goodness, we're on the sort of the... Mandy, that expression with that thing is me holding my breath whilst I master the keypad. I don't know if you can see my mouse pad, and trying to use the clickety button to turn off the sound, which is on a tiny little headphone thing. That nightmare. And I should turn it off before I flick back from the thing, but the thing is, I like to hear the very last morsel of the song. It's not complete if you don't hear it all. Anyway, I'll get the hang of it by the time it is to go back to the pub and I don't have to do it anymore. Anyway, I think this should be next, right? Talking of which, so this is what you're getting. I couldn't edit it. I wouldn't know where to start, so I'm just going to play it in its entirety, its raw beautifulness, because that's what you pay for, isn't it? That's what you want. This is what you're getting.
How you doing, folks? Big Dave here. Friday night, 26th of June, and the year 2020. Oh, there was shit. Yeah, honestly, this is what I'm up against, right? I'm trying to take this serious, right? Because I told you this is a special edition, right? Because I've wrote my own material for you lovely folks, right? My followers, because I created this band, right? There's no doubt about it. It's Big Dave and Mandy Green. Because Mandy's not contributing to any material, right? So I thought, if this band's going to go forward, we need to create material. So I've created a song tonight for you folks. Bit of controversy with it, because Mandy and the rest of the band think I've copied somebody else. I've no, right? This is mine stuff. They say this song sounds like a woman called Elaine Bookbinder, right? Better known to use lovely folks as a wonderful Elkie Brooks, right? And the name of my song tonight is called Big Dave's a Singer, because I'm a singer, I'm a good singer, right? But before we go forward, I have a few things to say, obviously, right? That Mandy, honestly, I think I'm going to have to find a flat, right? Because it's getting worse day by day, right? I was in the shed today, the garage, and I built a wee pond liner out of wood for this lovely woman, Heather Dufton, Mandy's mum-in-law, right? So I'm in fixing it and that. Mandy came in, I says to Mandy, listen to that, Mandy's fucking racing it. I says to Mandy, I've painted this, Mandy. Mandy says to me, honestly, this is a woman who's got HNDs, HNCs, well educated, very astute woman, very talented. She goes to me, what way? I just looked at her and I says, it's obvious, Mandy, I painted it with soup. Okay. Honestly. Anyway, folks, you know Big Dave always does a couple of dedications. And the first dedication of the night, folks, you'll not believe it, I am sitting here tonight in the company of a legend of the music industry. She sang for about 30-40 years, umpteen #1 hits. Below me, folks, and I'll show you after this video, you'll not believe who's sitting below Big Dave tonight. The one and only Madonna, right? I've got Madonna tonight, right? And I'm dedicating this song to Madonna tonight, folks, right? Because I think I've got to, because I'm in the fucking company of fucking superstardom. I mean, I could get there one day. Anyway, folks, and the second dedication is to my son Darren Glass and his wee pal Gary Hutton, who've done 743 keepy uppies without the board rapping to the flare for the Children's Hospital. And I'll tell you something else, folks. You're going to enjoy this song tonight. This is my own material. And this song's called Big Dave's a Singer. And it goes something like this. Take it away, folks. Big Dave's a singer. He sits still, I can't hear when he plays with his bongo in the garden. Big Dave's a singer. He sings songs by the light of his fire pit. His job is decapitating wood. Singing songs are not very good by the seaside. Big Dave's a singer. And they once said that I was a hero, for I caught a gannet and called him Clint. Mandy went gigging 'cause we was skint in the creamery. Big Dave's a singer, for they make cheese to be sold all over the country. For I know a guy called Budgie McLeod. He's a nice fella, but he's fucking loud in the classroom. Big Dave's a singer. Went to school and they called me a minger. I had box teeth, what's my lugs all about? Do, I forgot what there was, but I'll get there anyway. In a porno. Big Dave's a singer. And they once said that my pubes were ginger, for I have no problems with my ginger pubes. For Mandy's even got some stuck in her boobs. What? That's what you tell me. Big Dave's a singer. I'm trying to make things up as I go along. We've got Madonna sitting down next to me. I think she's bursting for a fucking pee. Da 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 da. That's it. This is proper music now. Take it away.
As a singer, she stands up when she plays the piano in a nightclub. In a nightclub. As a singer, she sings songs.
Will be out Monday morning in the shops. You can download it. It will cost you 67 pence plus tax, 71 pence. All proceeds go to my wallet. All joking aside, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. As always, I'm always serious at the end of my videos. Cheers. I've got to thank this wonderful, talented mob behind me. It pains me to say it, but they're all super talented. Callum on the bass. Still fame's went to see his glasses on. Callum, you can take your glasses on now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Callum. Because he'll no be singing in the band again. All joking aside, folks, Callum on the bass, fantastic. My lovely partner on the guitar. Super talented boy on that cajon drum. Super talented boy. How lucky are we to hear that boy play tonight? And the wonderful Miss Angela Coleman. The wee lassie black as a cod, but her name's Angela. I like the wee lassie better anyway. On there, a guitar. And the wonderful me. All joking aside, folks, the most important thing is this is just all carry on. And it's a laugh. And the most important thing, I hope you all stay safe and enjoy yourselves. And this is what we do to give you a laugh and give ourselves a laugh. We get more fun making it. than actually playing it, right? As I promised you folks before this video's finished, Big David's tell you, I'm going to show you the wonderful one and only sitting there. Honestly folks, you know, would you see this? It's got glasses on. I don't know, my hair's going, honestly. Honestly, I think I've got a turtle head on in my pants. I think I'm going to shit myself. Now, would you see this folks? She's got a hat and everything, right? Would you see this? I've got to son that. This is as close I'll get to in my life. Anyway folks, I'm going to introduce to you the one and only Madonna. Then to say Madonna, look, she's playing shy, look, like total stardom, like hiding the face. I think me and you can maybe go to bed tonight. She said no, but there you go, folks. Then Madonna, look at that. Oh, Madonna. Oh, it's how lucky you folks see Madonna. Anyway, folks, all look after yourself. Take care. Big Dave will be back. Make sure he's buying my fucking CD on Monday. Says that, folks. Bye!
See, I don't watch I don't watch them. I don't watch the ones that get sent in. So I'm sorry about the swearing, Brian. I'm sorry, but it's all in keeping. And I'm oh, Big Dave, thank you for sending that, Mandy. That Brian in Canada says that made him night. Probably his sons as well, and I would imagine. I mean, we're all. It's made me wheeze. I've laughed that much. What a fun! Honestly, thank you very much. It does, you know. Tonight was about being sunny and happy, and that's done it, hasn't it? That's absolutely done it. Oh well, how do you follow that? Well, I think actually, do you know, I always load far too much in, but that's good. I know how we're gonna do two things to finish, right? Thank you. That was. I might have to watch that again before I go to bed. Excuse me. Oh, and you might notice in the background there was Callum and Angela. Do you remember that Mandy Green, who's in the chat, she's in a band called Check the Diary with those two gorgeous people. Big Dave's band, as far as I am aware, they don't actually do live gigs round and about yet, but who knows. And Mandy is in a band called Life O'Reilly. There we are, it's in there somewhere. TV says his internet's broken. Honestly, it's awesome. So I've got quite a few other amazing things, but I'm actually going to save some of them till next week, because it's now I don't know how you follow that. Well, I do. So I've got there are two things that I want to show you, possibly three, because one's quite short. But we're going to go here. Right, so we're on our summer. We're on our summer kick, right? So we're gonna have a bit of this, right? I know what we're gonna finish with anyway. So keeping it summery. What do you think? When I think of summer, summer when I was in my early 20s was all about being outside, because I always lived in flats, trying to find places to go outside and drink and sit about and have a laugh. No music. I didn't play any music. I had no music in my life other than what was on a tape player or whatever. So I'm glad that my life has moved on. But anyway, I lived in a flat with quite a lot of people, and for one whole summer, when I left university, I lived with 9 people. In a 3-bedroom flat, yeah. And we lived in Streatham, and we worked all over London between us, and we had 2 serious fans of a particular genre of music, and they were divided, right? So we had one who liked only really lovers rock, and one who only liked sort of serious dub reggae. So anyway, the whole summer they wouldn't have anything else, they wouldn't allow anything else. We had to wait till they went out to play other music. But to be fair. They gave me, I learned so much about reggae, and I love reggae music, and it makes me think of summer. So here are some amazing women, being summery, doing me good, and I think this is quite good to finish, Dave. You can calm down, have a bit of a chill, and enjoy this.
All right.
One, two.
This is it. This is it. Thanks very much for listening. We're Ephemeris, and we have a very, very complicated audio setup, as you might imagine. So thanks very much for bearing with us. And thanks for the band for just hanging in there, man. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Just hanging in there. Just gotta show up. That's what they tell me.
With a little sacrifice, and we're jamming till the time is through. Oh, we're jamming, 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 jamming. Think that jamming was a thing of the past. Oh, we're jamming, 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 jamming. And I hope this jam is gonna last. Oh, no bullet can stop us now. Another bang, no, we don't bow. Neither will we, but no song. Oh, we all depend the right. Yeah, your children must unite. And life is worth much more than gold. Yeah, 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 we're jamming, 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 jamming. I wanna jam with you. Oh, we're jamming, 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 jamming right straight from you. Oh, holy Mount Zion, holy Mount Zion. Yeah, I sit within Mount Zion, and rules all creation. Yeah, oh, we're jamming. I wanna jam it with you. We're jamming, jamming, jamming. I hope you like jamming too. Oh, now the challenge about my pride and the truth I cannot hide. To keep you satisfied. Oh, to love that now exists is a love I can't resist. The jamming right by my side. Oh, we're jamming, 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 jamming. I wanna jam it with you. Jamming, jamming, jamming. I hope you like jamming too. Oh, I hope you like jamming with them. Jamming,
Tyler Durkin, Amy Penman, and you really friggin' should know who I am by now. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Carol. Thank you.
Wow. Emma, Laura, Amy, Chloe Marie, jamming. Reggae jam. Love it, love it, love it. And yes, I'll be taking questions about my 3-bedroom flat with 9 people in it in my bunker lock-in. Not. Yes, it was cheap. It was £120 a week. Which actually was quite a lot of money then, but 9 people made it manageable. And we used to have it. I could write a whole thesis about communal living, but we had a pot that we put money in. We had a variety. We all had different life experiences and different jobs and different amounts of money, and we had a communal pot for food and such like. I can't remember how much we put in each a week, but it was whatever it was. I used to get, because I did the cooking, right, and I used to get about £10 a week to feed all of us. I'm not even joking. Not even joking. And the rest went on cider and Benson and Hedges. But hey, different life, different world. It was good fun until it all fell apart. But what I was saying is that when I think of summer, we had a very big lounge. There were several beds in there as well. But they had fantastic French windows that with sort of chiffony curtains. So in the summer we had them open and reggae playing all the time, and it was lovely. I mean, we did work. We had lots of, we had a vat man. He lived in one of the rooms. Oh, anyway, let's not go down that road, because we're almost at the end of our beautiful journey. But I loved that. That was the ephemeras again. So we're almost there. There was something that I thought, something got said. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff that's happened this week. Man in Space. I did find the Space Odyssey, but there isn't time to play that. Maybe next week. Excuse me. I think actually I've probably said all I need to say, but it was this week. Well, it is 5 years, George, since, if you remember, the Open came to Turnberry and Ayrshire, the Shire, went bonkers, and so we had 3 nights of streaming, and we had invited guests with a bit of open mic in and about it, but mostly invited guests, so that we had a nice, really nice show to put on for the tourists. Excuse me. And that we did. So, yes, now, Ruth, if you rewind, I was going to wait till you came, but I wasn't sure if you were coming, and then I forgot. Anyway, but I made a little slideshow that you can watch about Sam Winston's launch. So, and if you joined us more recently, rewind to the bit you'd missed. So Sam Winston singles launched this week, which we said. Anyway, thank you. I think I have played everybody's tracks. Yes, anyway, so what I do want to say, the last thing I want to say before I play the last act, is that I do feel like there's a bit of hope for music and musicians. I've noticed that people have started to get gigs. It's a bit confusing because some people, there's some venues, I don't know about here, well, I know that there's been some gigs here, round and about here as well, but it's all a bit confusing. I think this morning I read that if you're coming up on the train from somewhere in the south, as soon as you get to the border, you'll have to put your mask on. The law changes, and that there are 6 regional differences in public transport now. So you'll be doing this on and off all the time. It's all a bit much, but we rise above it, don't we? There's hope that we can keep our summer heads on and keep happy. So we're going to finish there because I'm actually quite tired this week. Got all sorts going on, and it's like everybody woke up all at once and discovered that their guitars didn't work. So we've had all sorts of. My favourite, I won't name the person, but my favourite was somebody, we'd fitted an acoustic pickup to an acoustic guitar some years ago, quite some years ago, and the person said, "Oh look, it's stopped working. I've tried. I can't see if it's a loose wire." So I said, "Oh well, I'll come and get it." So because they don't have transport, so I went to fetch it and brought it to Mark, and I said, "Oh, they don't know. They've tried and they've had loose wire and all that." Later in the day, I said to Mark, "Have you looked at that?" And he went, "Yeah, it's fixed." I was, "Oh, blimey, what was it? Did you loose wire?" And he said, "No, battery." The battery ran out. Anyway, so I took it back the next day and said, right, it was really complicated to fix. It was a battery. And they said, "There's a battery?" Anyway, so in amongst all the nonsense and the misery, there's been some proper good highlights for me this week. Loved it. So let's finish on a high. We was hoping to go to a real live music gig this Friday. Well, that's good. So this is what I don't really understand. But anyway, but I do think that open mic's a bit different to normal gigs because obviously we can't, I can't picture it at the moment. But something will happen, and at least musicians that make their living from music are going to hopefully be able to start doing that again, and we're going to get lovely live music. So on that score, this act, I don't even really need to introduce my final act, which is another female. It's been female fantastic female fantastic tonight. I was trying to be clever, but it doesn't work. And this is my final act. Thank you all very much for another beautiful night. It's really flown by. Thanks to Mike and James and Mandy for sending stuff in, and thanks to all our players once again. And aren't we lucky that we've got this amazingly rich stuff? I'm so glad we recorded the last 7 years. Not sure about the last year. Maybe we could go through clip all of us out of. Anyway, I don't have time for that. So here we go. This is up. This is tippity tap in many ways. I might come back, I might not. We'll see what happens. But hey, this, my friends, helps if you.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Hey, you too. That's what they do. Let's do it. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. I'm snooping round the door. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. No, I'm snooping round the door. You've been wagging your tail. the exact same face. Thank you very much, guys. I love that occasionally we pull the exact same faces. We have issues. Oh, fuck yeah. Psychic. Punch it in. Yeah.
Fox is a story about Minnie the Moocher. She was a low-down hoochie coocher. She was the roughest, toughest frail, but Minnie had a heart as big as a whale. Addy, 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 aye. Oddy, 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 oh. Eddy, 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 Addy, addy, addy. I think that's the most anyone's ever got involved in that song. Thank you. She messed around with a bloke named Smokey. He loved her, though she was spooky. And he took her down to Chinatown and showed her how to live the all around. Addy, 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 aye. Oddy, 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 oh. Eddy, eddy, eddy. Addy, 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 oh. She had a dream about the king of Sweden. He gave her things that she was needing. She had a townhouse and open bar, a diamond bar with a platinum ring. Honey, 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 oh. Ah. Itty, 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 itty. Scooby-Doo, 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 Doo-doo. She had a townhouse and racing horses. Each meal she ate was a dozen courses. Out $1 million worth of nickels and dimes, and sat around and counted them on million views. Addy, 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 aye. Oddy, 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 oh. Eddy, eddy, eddy. Hidey, hidey, hidey. Poor man.
Thank you very much.
Now, I just want to pause it slightly there because the set's quite long. If you enjoy Melissa's set with Dean and Luther Hall, and I didn't say Dean is in the Black Doves, Black Dove, I think the Black Doves, and Luther is I can't remember what his something Ghoul. but Luther Hall. He's himself, and you've seen him play. He plays amazing. That's him playing bass there. So thank you all very much. Thanks for the lovely comments. Yeah, well, listen, we're hoping that, well, obviously the pub's open, but we hope that we'll be able to do some music soon. We'll keep you posted, and we'll let you know what's going to happen. I am going to. I'll be talking to Bob tomorrow. So thank you all very, very much. There's one last song though, because you have to go on a blooming summery high note. Now, you probably all know this song, or some of you will, because I've played it, but I didn't realise that this version existed. So I'm playing it because I love it, and it's a good place to end. And again, hope for us all. Let's hope. So thank you, and we will see you next week, because we're always streaming. Wherever we're going to be, we'll be streaming, unless we're not, of course, but mostly we are. Anyway, thank you. Good night. Right, hang on, let me make sure I've got the right thing, because if I've got the wrong thing, that would be no good, would it? Is that media one? Oh goodness, right, just wait there. It's that one. I think it is that one, which is right. If it's wrong, I'll come back. Oh, blimey. Oh, I know. Sorry, I lost my marbles. It's right. Here it comes. Okay. I knew something would go wrong then. Okay, sorry about that. See, I'm trying to be clever. It's no good, is it? I just have to abandon being clever. Right, there's no sound because I'm an idiot. But now there will be sound. So let's see if it goes back to the... No, it doesn't. So let me put it back myself. Here we go.
I love you, Percy. Thank you. We're going to do one more. Thank you guys so much. It's always a really awesome crowd whenever we come here. You're all sexy. Let's just leave it at that. I could explain for a good hour about why you're all awesome, but let's just say you're all sexy. Leave it at that. Done. Even that weirdo in the Superman top up the back, he's sexy too. Tradition dictates that we have to do this song whenever. You might all be sick of it by now, but tough. I love you, and it's gonna happen. Quick version. I wanna sing for Jehovah, oh John, for Jesus. I'd rather dance with the devil, crack a divine. Don't wanna cry in a chapel all on my own. I just rather be the dark that God is moon.
Town of Ayr, Statue Square, Twaddock's Bar, you'll find it there. And Bailey guitars on a night like this, sweet sound of acoustic bliss. Carol sings to Moore's guitar, Jem smiling behind the bar, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Come along, bring your song, play guitar or an old baron. Banjo, flute, violin, piano, sax, just anything. Duffy rocks, Chloe rolls, Wolfie sleeps and Norman blows, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Absent friends, Willie and Ken, reminisce and laugh again. The song is sung, the day is done, but the memories will linger long. Behind the mask, raise a glass to live music and friends past, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Silent singers, songless days, shadows playing without a stage. And Bailey guitars on a night like this, how I miss acoustic bliss. Carol sings to Mark's guitar, Tom smiling behind the bar, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Life rocks, you gotta roll, play the blues and ease the soul, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, Ben Bob singing bar, and Bob singing bar, the smiles come free.
Bob singing bar.
1 dub, 2 dub, 3 dub, 4 dub, 5 dub, 6 dub, 7.
Bob singing bar.
Bailey guitars, 2 dub, 3 dub, acoustic, 5 dub, 6 dub, 7.
Bob singing bar.
Bailey guitars.